Welcome to Stack Data, everyone, where you can find the education you need for the job you want at a price you can afford. In this episode, we'll hear from Orla Pujato about what it's like to be a senior marketing programs manager and how she found her path from school to work.
Hi, my name is Orla Pujato. I'm a senior marketing programs manager. You know, marketing is really about relaying information to a customer or a prospect. For my job, we communicate with businesses, and particularly businesses that employ engineers. Well, I work with 13 different offices all over the world, and I work on helping them get the right content to their customers. I have some examples here. So I work with our advertising group, and these are print ads, and this is all about kind of the headline and the message that we want to relay to someone who might be interested in robots, for example. We also work with other people who put together. We have these magazines and these publications. So there's people who write technical articles for this. But mostly we focus really on creating content and messaging on our website. As you get further into the website, you can find pages, written materials, videos, ebooks, like I mentioned, all about the materials you would want. So this is really our primary vehicle for getting that content out. And this is what most marketing people care about, because most people get their information from the web nowadays. Basically, there's this big umbrella of all these different activities and all these artifacts that you're creating. But where the marketing communications aspect comes in, it's really thinking about the customer, what they need, and providing that right content to them to help them get their job done quickly and to improve their work every day. Learning to think analytically, communicating that, being able to write it, those are all essential skills really for any marketing job. I work for a company that sells software to engineers. It's highly technical. I mentioned earlier I was an English major, so I would not regard myself as a technical person at all. However, you do need to know the value of the products. You do need to know who wants them or who would want them and the kind of work they're doing. So doing that kind of research, working with your technical partners and learning from them is really important. It makes you more valuable at your job, more knowledgeable about it, and more empowered to actually write the messaging that I'm talking about and the content that I'm talking about. In addition to that, it's not just about creating nice things for the web or making advertising and things like that. You really want to measure all of those. It's really, really important in marketing to know that whatever you're offering people is resonating with them. Measurement, metrics, and reporting are all incredibly important as well. Well, when I was in first grade, I wanted to be a baker, which is ironic since I'm not a good baker at all, so it's good I didn't choose that path. And then I wanted to be a pediatrician, and I think that was because my dad was a doctor, and it was the doctor for kids. And then I wanted to be a writer, which I'm not, but I do write things, so that's the closest out of the childhood goals that I've gotten. I was an American Studies major and English minor in college, and I really studied that because, honestly, I went to the bookstore one day and I looked at all the things I wanted to read, and they were all for that major, so that's how I decided to do that, because it was all things that I was interested in. Initially, after college, I went to Peace Corps. Then I worked at a nonprofit in Boston for public health. That led me to another nonprofit in Washington, D.C., which was also a public health organization, but I wanted to live in D.C. And then to a federal agency there. That's really where I sort of made the turn towards marketing communications work. So when I moved back to Boston, I knew that's what I wanted to do. I worked doing marketing programs at a furniture dealership, and then took a part-time job when I had children and worked from home part-time, but still with a media agency. And that job was the most directly relevant to the job I have today. The work I was doing for them led straight into this job I have now. definitely pursue what you're interested in. I would also say there's probably a whole realm of jobs out there and opportunities that you are not aware of. I think the work world is much bigger than people think. I never would have thought that I would work with mathematicians and scientists, given what I was interested in. I'm glad I do. I like working with different people and learning from them. I would also say find a mentor if you can. Find people to learn from, and they can help you find your path and I think achieve your career goals.
Do you have strong reading and writing skills and an interest in learning from others? Can you craft a message and measure its impact? Then being a marketing manager could be for you. Check out more resources to help you explore on stackdale.com and start planning for a great job and a great life.